Today the moon has protected us against the sun. We call it a sun eclipse. The events that took place at 9/11 are terrible, and like the two big wars, should be remembered. Remembering is an act of resistance against evil. 9/11 was a negative, unholy miracle, yet it was a miracle. Miracles allow one to remember the real miracle maker as the one who gives power to the miracle makers, namely the power to make miracles. 9/11 is a satanic miracle in which Satan must show himself and at the same time needs to hide for humans in order to control humans. Ignorant, forgetful, careless people are an easy prey. Iblis, or Lucifer, who has been transformed into a jinn, hides by the idea of the complot theory, making people distrust each other. There is a piece of footage in which you can really see that part of the World Trade Center explodes before the shadow and the plane hit each other. The explosion being the future that is seen before the present, but yet is seen within the present. So you have the explosion that occurs, so that's the effect, and afterwards, so after effect, you will see the cause, namely the plane flying into the World Trade Center. Aristotle talks about the final cause, and quantum mechanics, in a philosophical reflection on herself that is embedded in the theory itself, talks about instant causation or causation from the future, depending on how daring a scientist may be. And I can tell you, or what I just told is that there's really causation from within the future, meaning the effect may cause the cause that will cause the effect. Anyway, the effect is more primary than the cause. Meaning Einstein is wrong in that nothing can be faster than light. Nothing can be faster than the cause, is what Einstein's saying, which is not true because the effect is faster than the cause. And I am being made faster than the light. And you probably too, if you understand what I'm saying. Light translates for Einstein matter into energy. The translator of Hebrew to English into English must know both languages and must transcend the Hebrew language and also the British or the English language. The bridge maker knows and acts by making. Light seems just a laborer, seems just the bridge between energy and matter. When I say that jumper is red, red is said of the jumper being matter, and the red the energy. The copula, the is, a plus sign adding energy to matter, if you like counting, is that what bridges and what connects and what translates matter into energy, and vice versa, according to Einstein. Yet Einstein wanted to say that matter really is energy. He attended energy and forgot about light. Light is more primary than energy, and energy is more primary than matter. Matter is the logical empty thought of a thing in itself, or just of a thing, or it is just the empty thought of a thing. It's just a thought. The qualities of matter, so that is the jumper, namely its redness. The qualities of matter, the jumper, namely its redness, softness, etc., transcend matter, are transcendent, meaning that in language, if you want to talk about jumpers and qualities of jumpers, if you want to speak in that logical trap, you must say that substance partakes in the qualities, but that the qualities are more primary than the matter or the substance. Satan as the force working against humans makes one logical. Science is but logic in its system and can only point towards, like a scream can point towards a word or something. So the scientific theory can only point towards something that is non-logical, that they themselves phrase in the word universe, but which is in essence nature, and nature is in essence creation. The creation implies logically a creator. Today an eclipse of the sun occurred. The sun being the masculine, strong, intelligent male that is pure energy, or rajas as people in India may want to call it. The moon seems weak, bare, slow, inert, feminine, negative. That is matter, or tamas, as they may say in India. The sun rays are something of rest and being restful, and in India they will call that sattva. This is the idea of the golden calf and the story of the sun. It's a story of the sun that is all about energy, vital energy, and youth. And that the feminine, the old, the children are in that sense, or the handicapped, are not important. Yet, light is above and beyond energy. This is experienced as what they in India call Turiya, the fourth, the fourth dimension, or to be more specifically, it's the fifth, at least the fifth dimension, in which you can see the average world in a four-dimensional reflection. Anyway, light is faster than itself. God is light above light. So, God is infinite faster than light, that is in a finite way faster than itself. Therefore, God, the One, makes everything round and can change everything. Time and space. Here we go. Color, qualities of numbers, forms and light. That's the hierarchy. Light is non-material and non-energetic. Light is angels. Light's above light. That what is beyond being is the light. That is above light. For being and light are the same. Jinn are not pure being. They are not pure angels. But are the being of beings. The being of humans, the essence of humans, is the being there, zijn, in which humans are thrown. Human beings. So the essence is set apart. The essence of humans is set apart over and against humans as beings, namely the body. This zijn, being there, is a lightning, or can be imagined as a lightning, a logos, as Heraclitus used to say, a presence, an actuality, in which being as the future can already be. Much more is to say of this. In a later blog I will hope to give the definitions, the keys as a starting point to develop thinking and remembering in order that seeing at will may occur. Evil indifference hates humans and suggests that they are evil and stupid by giving them power or suffering, depending on their fighting spirit. Evil kills the lightning. Tries to, anyway. However, the light that is above light is more subtle than evil and faster. 9/11 is malicious and subtle. 9 times 11, 99. And the 11 stands for the two towers and was fabricated in the deep hell. 9/11 is still taking place because the future causes the present. And the present actualizes the past, meaning we live in an actual past that develops, evolutes. What definitely doesn't mean we evoluted from apes, because man, as the future of the ape, is the effect of the ape. Apes being the cause, and like I tried to explain, the effect causes the cause. Future precedes present. Light is future and energized, stupid. Matter does not matter, for it is an illusion, the suggestion of the past, and is of the devil. A devil, the shaitans, the jinn. The present is experienced from the future. If you, as a human, already anticipate the future, contra the facts of the past that suggest they are still present facts, you may, in a movement, in anticipating, already feel the movement of future coming already towards the past and is already present. It's a pity you can't speak Dutch, or it's a pity I don't speak proper English. Anyway, this is just a video blog. The miracle of 666 can be blocked by 999. 900 points for the love of what is beyond light, light above light, and 19 points to thy neighbors, the love to thy neighbors, and 9 points to oneself. That's the thing I picked up with Jacob Lorber. Satan, Shaitan, Iblis is the counting bookkeeper. So be aware of your own bookkeeping in regards to love, because love is a kind of forgetting and remembering the same time. Anyway, in the next video blog I will read a poem about words and numbers, a poem, a word out of love for a true and truthful woman. Please remember, these video blogs are just video blogs, just as has a double meaning indeed. One more idea. If the future is blood, the present water, then the past is the wine. The actual past is watery wine. But in order to experience the future, one has to be totally actual, that is, water. Water seems empty and signless for lovers of wine, lovers of the past, who with wine remember the good old days of the past, kill their own brain cells, in which the body may remember the present. Change water into blood directly. Remember the future. Remember the future. It's a phrase that has been occurred in time since time started. Water standing for time, blood standing for eternity. By analogy, eternity stands for future. Science, the present, only when it's creative, and religion, the past, when it's just ritual, yet magic, the future. Magic is the future that is before the past and before time, or before the past. Bring present to the past, put water with wine, but do not cling onto wine, neither water. And finally, while making this video, a miracle occurred, or rather I came aware of it. The deepest meaning I may not convey, and there will always be meanings that will escape me, or my eyesight, or whatever you want to call it. But what you see in this Windows 8 picture is the following. I hope this is visible. I really do. Anyway, you can look at it and think it's ridiculous, but if you really see and understand what I have just said, a strange thing, a strange bug has occurred, a miracle bug. So be aware of bugs, you programmers. A window to Outlook in which I received a notification by LinkedIn about people congratulating me via LinkedIn because I posted a new activity on LinkedIn. But it was sent on behalf of someone else, as if I was inside that person, and the notification is addressed to me, and at the same time I do not exist. So I should have gotten this notification as normally out of my own name, but that didn't happen. I got it out of someone else's name, and that happens now for the second time. And the first time when it happened, I just thought it was an ordinary technological bug, and then when I tried to find these mails, they were all gone. Anyway, this block is about the effect preceding the cause, the effect causing the cause. This block, video block, is really about 9/11 and the suffering the people had, but it's also a video blog about a really good message. I really hope you understand it. It's really hard to believe this miracle thing. Anyway, enjoy the day, and Amen. Today the moon has protected us against the sun for a few moments. We call it a sun eclipse. The events that took place at 9/11 are terrible and malicious, and like the two big wars should be remembered. Remembering is an act of resistance against evil. 9/11 was a negative, unholy miracle, yet a miracle. Miracles allow one to remember the real miracle maker as the one who gives power to miracle makers, namely the power to make miracles. 9/11 is a satanic miracle in which Satan must show himself and at the same time needs to hide for humans in order to control humans. Ignorant, forgetful, careless people are an easy prey. Iblis, Lucifer, who has been transformed into a jinn, hides by the idea of the conspiracy theory, making people distrust each other. There is a piece of footage in which you can really see that part of the World Trade Center explodes before the shadow and the plane hit each other. The explosion being the future, the effect that is seen before the present, the cause, but is seen in and within the present. So, this is the World Trade Center. This is the plane. Now there's an explosion already in the World Trade Center before the plane crashes into the World Trade Center. This has nothing to do with conspiracy theories in which bombs are already placed in the Twin Towers before the plane hits the tower. Of course, logically, that's always a possibility, but I'm telling you it's not, and this is a really serious business. Anyway, this idea that the effect precedes the cause and causes the cause is already talked about by Aristotle and all great thinkers. He calls it the final cause. In quantum mechanics, in a philosophical reflection on herself that is embedded in the theory itself, talks about instant causation, or rather causation from the future, depending on how daring a scientist may be. Meaning Einstein is wrong in that nothing can be faster than light. I am being made faster than light, and you are too, if you understand what I'm saying here. And if you don't understand it, you go at least as fast as light. Light translates for Einstein matter into energy. In his famous equation, E equals matter m times the speed of light times itself. The translator of Hebrew into English must know both languages and must transcend the Hebrew language as well as the English language. The bridge maker knows and acts by making and knows both sides of the bridge. Light seems just to be a laborer. When I say that jumper is red, it seems red is set of the jumper. The jumper being the matter and the red being the energy from a logical point of view. The copula, the is, seems to be merely a plus sign. And the is stands for light that will connect matter and energy. Yet Einstein didn't want to say that if you have some matter and something the speed of light and you equate it or you add it in some way, you get energy. No, Einstein really wanted to say that matter is energy. He intended energy and forgot all about light, and therefore what happened was that he made energy into matter, seeing light as a material part, a photon. Light is more primary than energy, and energy is more primary than matter. But for me, and this is true, both matter and energy are just matter, and the light is really something that is immaterial and beyond energy. Matter is the logical empty thought of a thing in itself. It's a logical thought, it's logic, it's empty, it's satanic. The qualities of matter, so that is the qualities of the jumper, namely its redness, softness, etc., are transcendent qualities. These qualities transcend matter, but matter does not exist. But when you want to talk about matter, if it must be implied then, if you are original thinker, that matter partakes somehow in these qualities. But that is language. I'm not saying language is not important, because you can really explain yourself in language very well and very clearly. Satan as the force working against humans makes one logical. Science is but logic. It's a prison. And scientific theories can, as theories, only point towards something that is not logical, like a scream that tries to express something but is not a word. Scientific theory tries to point towards the universe, but the universe is in essence nature, and nature is in essence creation. The creation implies logically a creator. Today an eclipse of the sun occurred, the sun being the masculine, strong, intelligent male that is pure energy. Rajas in India they call that, or can be translated like that in this context. The moon seems weak, bare, slow, inert, feminine. That is matter. Tamas, they may call that in India. The sun rays are peaceful and restful, like India itself. Sattva. This is the idea of the golden calf and the story of the sun, the story of fire. And when I talk about fire, think about this analogy. The Father the fire, the Son the light that comes from the fire. The light being the Holy Ghost that warms that on which it shines, namely an inert matter. But please fire, please devilish thought of Trinity. Remember fire, you are lit on a candle or on wood, and wood is life, and you have not created life. Anyway, light is above, that is beyond energy, above energy. It's a term, a word that is more primary than energy. We call it Turiya, as they would do it in India. Light is faster than itself. God is light above light. God is infinite faster than light. That is, in a finite way, faster than itself. Therefore, God, the one, makes everything round and can change everything, time and space. And even Turiya, the fourth quality of a human, being Tamas, being lazy, Rajas, being energetic, defined as not lazy, and Tamas, oh, been there, done that, I know it all. And Turiya, the one who can seize what is the meaning of what he's seeing at that moment. And anyway, that's India, and it's a different dimension. It's maybe only a fourth, but we have to go further to the fifth. We are men. We are number 5. Anyway, going off track. Color, qualities of numbers, forms, and light. That's the hierarchy. In experience and knowledge. Light is non-material and non-energetic. Light is angels. Light is above light. That what is beyond being, for being and light are the same. So light above light is that light that is above angels. Jinn are not pure being, but are the being of beings. Being makes beings be what they are. I'll come back to that later. The being of humans, the essence of humans, is the being there, sein, Dasein, in which humans are thrown. Human beings are thrown, so you are thrown in yourself. This being there is a lightning, a logos, a present, as Heraclitus would probably translate it, in which being, the future, can already be. Much more is to say of this. In a later block I will hope to give the definitions, the keys, as a starting point to develop thinking and remembering in order that seeing at will may occur. Seeing is seeing the future in the present. Evil indifferent hates humans and suggests they are all evil and stupid, by letting them feel guilty and by giving them power or suffering in order that they forget, depending on the fighting spirit of humans. Evil wants to kill that sudden lightning. But there can be a continuity of lightning, a continuity of time, as presence in which the future can already be and take you towards within future. 9/11 is malicious and subtle. 9 times 11, 99 names. And 11 stands for the two towers and was fabricated in the deep hell. 9/11 is still taking place because the future causes the present. The present actualizes the past, meaning we live in an actual past that evolutes. Humans are the effect. Apes are the cause. The effect precedes the cause. Meaning, the bombers of 9/11 are probably apes now, or pigs, or both. Light is future, and energized, stupid matter does not matter, for it is an illusion, a suggestion of the past, and is of the devil, the shaitans. The present, and the shaitans are the bad jinn, they're also good jinn. Anyway, the present is experienced from the future. If you as a human already anticipate the future, contra the facts of the past that suggest they are still present facts. Let me repeat that. The present is experienced from the future. If you as a human being already anticipate the future, contra the facts of the past, and these facts suggest they are still present facts, what happens is you receive the future, you anticipate the future. This future is like a stream. You anticipating, projecting, imagining, dreaming the future. Then you're like a salmon going upstream on the mountain. The light above light is more subtle than stupid evil, and has saved the innocence of the victims, also of the family members who are still alive as human beings. The innocence of animals is a reflection of the angels, and therefore the ritual offer is a necessity that we see in Judaism and Islam. Or Ibrahim, that what is beyond being and does not exist according to beings, did it ask you to offer Ishmael, for he was a product of unbelief? The miracle of 666, that unholy, is blocked by 99, or, in a reversed way, 999, saying in a thought praised by Jacob Lorber, 900 points of love, for that is what is beyond light, and 90 points to thy neighbors, and 9 points to oneself. Satan is the counting bookkeeper. Love does not like to count. In the next video blog I will read a poem about words and numbers. A poem, a word out of love for a true and truthful woman. Please remember these video blogs are just video blogs, and just has indeed a double meaning. One more idea. If the future is blood, the present water, then the past is the wine. The actual past is watery wine, but in order to experience the future, one has to be totally actual. That is water. Be clean. Water seems empty and signless. For lovers of wine, lovers of the past, who with wine remember the good old days of the past, destroying their brain cells that will, once destroyed, not allow them to remember anything of the past, let alone remember the future, in which you do not need brain cells for, because the future orders your brain cells, reorders them, etc. Change water into blood directly. That is a possibility. Isa or Jesus changed water into wine, and then at the end of the story, what is a reality, he changed the wine into blood. But it could be done directly. Remember the future. Science, the present when it is creative and inventing a new kind of science. And religion, the past in its ritual mode. Yet magic, the future, that is before the past and before the past of the past, before time, and stands for eternity. Bring the present into the past. Put water with wine, but do not cling unto wine, neither water. Finally, while making this video, a miracle occurred, as always, or rather, I became aware of it. And I hope you too. The deepest meaning I may not convey, but what you see is this in Windows 8. 8 standing for the angels, a window to Outlook in which I received a notification by LinkedIn about people congratulating me via LinkedIn because I posted a new activity on LinkedIn. But it was not sent on behalf, but it was sent on behalf of someone else, as if I was inside that person, and the notification is addressed to me. And it should be addressed out of my name as well, but that didn't occur. And at the same time, so I exist and do not exist. I don't know if this is possible to see. This happened twice. The first time it was out of someone else's name, from someone else's religion. And it was not an ordinary bug. I even went to LinkedIn. They asked me, could you send me those strange emails? I said, sure. But I couldn't find them anymore. Anyway, well, the one that is beyond light is so fast, so you probably have already missed out a few miracles by listening too long to me. So I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, enjoy the day, have a lot of success. Remember the future, be a lovely person. Amen.